Welcome, fellow Mooncats. I've decided to start doing daily one-card readings. And the reason I've decided to do this is because it's very beneficial. A daily one-card reading gives you an opportunity for just a moment of reflection and a moment of remembering your connection to spirit so that you can carry forward these positive frame of mind and a sense of gratitude as we go forward into the day. And so let's begin the reading. Okay. Our card for today is the card of death. And so let's take a moment to consider that card. The card of death is about a permanent change, something that comes to a complete end. But if you'll notice that sun rising in the background, the reason for this end is to clear the way for a new beginning. So remember that everything cycles over and over again. Even the tarot itself, once you go from the Fool all the way to the World, then you go back to being the Fool again. You go round and round of these cycles. And so too, when we come to death, it is a cycle that's ending, a situation that needs to end to make for a more positive way forward. So today is a day to consider and think about, and just passively do this. Just consider what situations are around you right now that might not be the best for you. Have you picked up bad habits? Or have you found yourself in relationships that are not healthy for you? And today's the day to think about what aspects of your life need to come to a close and be left behind. And this does not have to be a traumatic or sorrowful thing, because it is about recognizing what is healthy for you and choosing to be healthy. And it can be difficult to leave a relationship, even if that relationship isn't healthy. But always bear in mind that if you're in a situation like that, where the relationship isn't going well, you're not doing anyone any favors by staying in it. The person who is mistreating you, or vice versa, you're not doing any good staying in that. A person who is mistreating you isn't learning anything if you continue to put up with that. A person who sometimes people fall into complacency, where they're comfortable being in a role where they're maybe not entirely appreciated. And if you're in that situation where you're the person maybe kind of using someone else, just remember that this isn't healthy for you either, because regardless of how strong you may perceive yourself to be, this is something that's weighing on your conscience somewhere. And on the other hand, if you're the complacent one who's been putting up with difficult behavior, then understand that you're hurting yourself greatly by staying in that situation. And the other person is actually being hurt too, because you're not helping them to grow. And the best thing for both of you to have a healthy way forward is to bring that relationship to an end. The Death card can be about other situations as well, besides relationships. It could also be about your workplace. If that's a toxic place, then it's time to consider moving forward. And today may not be the day that you take that action, but it's the day to begin to consider what action do you want to take, and to begin to make that plan of moving forward. And your focus should be on that sun on the horizon. When you leave the toxic situation, whatever that may be, then what is the beautiful life that you're going to be stepping into? And I understand that for some it can be very difficult to be single, but there are a lot of benefits to that too, because it's a time for personal development and growth, and we all need that time. And so focus on what wonderful things you'll be able to do with that time when you're single. What projects have you been wanting to do? What things have you been wanting to study and learn? What skills would you like to acquire? Focusing on the positive can help you take that action that you need to take. If you're in a toxic workplace and you need to move forward, then consider what would a good working environment look like? How would that feel? How much better would it feel to get up and go to work every morning if you know you're going to a place that's positive and harmonious, a place that suits you? Perhaps some people are fine in the place where you're at now. That doesn't mean that you have to put up with it, or if it's not working for you. And so you'll want to focus on, what does a positive workplace environment look like, and how do I get there? How will I recognize it when I'm interviewing? And how do I get myself into a positive workspace that has the things that I want, the characteristics that I want? And then look for that. Oftentimes we are looking for only the logical aspects, the salary, the benefits, and we can overlook the workplace culture. The workplace culture can be extremely important into how your whole life feels, considering that we are at work more often than we are not. Okay, so ultimately, there's a challenge in today's card to look at your life and consider all the aspects of it, even personal habits or beliefs or thoughts that might need to just come to an end so that you can make positive change and be living in a happier state, raising your vibration and heading towards that sun on the horizon. So I wish you the best of luck in finding your way to that sun. And I thank you for watching today's video. I'll see you again tomorrow.